social media sites. And on scpradio.com, we have a chat room. You can chat with us and, ask us questions there. Or call in at 832-910-7727 to ask Wally a tech question or to join the conversation.
Ask me what?
This episode of Source Code News is brought to you by
before
Parties
we
for
start,
You.
Wally,
For the best
can you put up
margarita machine rentals in Houston, give them a call. 281-748-0057. That's 281-748-0057.
All right, so let's mention
by Cazadores Tequila. When you're in the mood for tequila, buy the best. Cazadores Tequila.
All right, so
and by
every Tuesday night at
Shooters. Don't gamble
we
with
have
freedom.
Pasta
Give them
Get
a call.
Down Dina doing her karaoke and DJing at Shooters.
That's 713-237-8238.
This is the newest place that SCP Radio has invaded. We have a crew there every week. So make sure you go out and and hang out with us. Yesterday, Wednesdays, was DJ Jimmy Ray in the Country Power Hour mix from 9 to 2 a.m. He's jamming out country music. Before he gets there, they have a country music dance class. So they're teaching people how to dance. And then DJ Jimmy Ray shows up and then he takes over. Then today, Thursday nights, we have DJ Fluffy.
Welcome. Welcome to Source Code News,
Fluffy in the
episode
mix.
number 21, recorded on June
doing
1st,
the Tejano
2017. This show brings you the latest in tech, science, and gaming news. We will have product and game reviews as well as unboxings of our latest gadgets. So be sure to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher, and on YouTube, and follow us on SoundCloud and all of your social media sites. We do this show live every Thursday night starting around 8:30-ish. Been getting out of work kind of late, so we try to start at 8:30, maybe a little late like today. On scpradio.com you can see the video and audio stream, so you want to just listen driving in a car, the audio stream's there. If you're at home, put us on the Xbox and watch us there. You can go to YouTube, search SCP Radio, and watch us on your Xbox right there live. You can also give us a call at 832-910-7727 and ask us a tech question or join the conversation. So guys, how's it going?
Good.
I'm good. Today was my last day of school.
Lucky you. Must be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Anything exciting happened since last time?
Well, you guys were there. It was exciting.
Oh,
At the
graduation. I was like, oh, graduation. My cousin graduated, and my other cousin did too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I wonder who DJ'd.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I had fun.
Yeah.
There was good music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could use a little more practice, but
That was DJ Jimmy Ray that was playing, and he needs more practice.
yeah.
Wow. That's messed up. Even DJ Fluffy got in there.
That's the only one I think I had problems.
Oh!
I'm just playing.
That's messed up.
Nah. It was good music.
Yeah, it was good.
Cool. Glad everybody had fun.
Yeah.
What'd he do? Oh, I did. I saw that on Facebook. Yep.
Yeah, but doesn't he still have to go to summer school?
Uh-oh.
No.
What they said?
It's not summer school.
Oh, what is it
Summer
then?
school is the whole month of June.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
He's
no.
getting more help with his math.
Yeah, he's like, I still have to go to summer school. I'm like, oh. Well, then it's not. Well, yeah, at least you passed, so that's the main
Yeah.
main point.
Just more help for him.
Wait, what grade is he going to?
9.
Freshman.
Like some miracle. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Each year he gets miracles. I don't know. Nah, but I see that he's improving.
Cool. All right, so put up that shooter's pick.
Oh yeah.
So we can mention that tonight, DJ Fluffy and DJ Iceman will be in the mix. That's right, DJ Iceman. Okay, DJ Iceman will be in the mix, and DJ Fluffy will be hosting. He will be how do you call it? Talking on the mic. Yeah, he'll be there at Shooters tonight, 9 to 2. So they'll be playing the best in Tejano and Conjunto. So if you wanna dance, you wanna go party, SCP style, go out there to Shooters, go hang out with them. Shooters is located at 7337 Spencer Highway, Pasadena, Texas. So if you're anywhere around Houston, Pasadena, go check out Hooters. I mean Shooters.
Whoa.
Wrong one.
Is there Mamaritas, but Mamacitas I call it.
Oh yeah, it's right there near. You could go to Hooters too, but that's not where the guys are. That's where I'm going.
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna get off and
yeah,
hit
my
you.
bad.
There's nothing wrong with Hooters.
No.
There's nothing wrong with Hooters.
Huh?
No.
There's nothing
I
wrong
like
with Hooters.
the wings there. That's all.
Well,
Everything's wrong with Hooters. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, my bad. It was Shooters.
nah, but if
So-
you go to Twin Peaks, well, that's a different
I haven't
story.
even gone there.
You know?
We'll go there
Better
after
no,
this.
no,
Yeah,
no.
we
You,
Right after this.
you. Oh, well, okay.
Nope, I'm playing. We're not going anywhere. Ow. So, also, just so everybody knows, at Shooters, not at Hooters, at Shooters, we have somebody there on Tuesdays doing the karaoke. It's what's her name? Dina.
Passa Get Down Dina.
Passa Get Down Dina is in the mix on Tuesdays, doing karaoke, so you can go get your singing on. On Wednesdays, DJ Jimmy Ray is in the mix doing the country power hour, so you can go check him out on Wednesdays there at Shooters. And then, like I said, tonight's DJ Fluffy and DJ Iceman from Hullabaloos. Those of y'all that's gone to Hullabaloos back in the day, DJ Iceman, that's where he was at for most of the time. And then on Fridays, we got DJ Tino Latino in the mix, playing new country and the originals. So you can check him out on Friday. Then on Saturdays, they're at Shooters. They have live bands playing, and you'll have DJ Jimmy Ray and Tino Latino in the mix. So be sure to, if you want to go watch a band, live, go on Saturdays and check it out. So Shooters is, they're the place to be all week long. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cool. So let's go ahead and start with some tech news.
Tech news.
So this is, I'm saying it's tech because of Twitter. It's got Twitter in there. Twitter is tech. Come on, right? Twitter.
Okay.
Twitter's tech. So, all right. The other day, it's funny. The other day, I haven't. I don't remember what day it was. Yesterday, day before. Our president Donald Trump tweets out this thing in the morning. It says, "Despite the constant negative press, kafif," right? So people are there like, okay, let's see what he meant, which most likely is press coverage, but he must have been a typo, or what is that, autocorrect, and it put kafif. So they wait, people waiting, they're waiting, and nothing happens. So he never came back and fixed it. So people are like, is this it? Is this like the end? I mean, is this what he meant? So everybody's going crazy over it. So then they start putting up memes, right? So there's one of a picture of Bill Murray whispering into Scarlett Johansson's ear from the movie Lost in Translation, which the older ones have seen this a long time ago. And it says on there, finally figured out what Bill Murray whispered in Scarlett Johansson's ear at the end of Lost in Translation. Kofif. Okay, so there was a lot of different memes going on with that word, right? So then there was even a couple of wizards even got into a fight on Twitter, over this Kofif. Kofif the Strong, at Kofif the Strong, he put, "I have been summoned." So then the wizard Kofif says, "No, you fool. It is I who have been summoned by the great orb of Takith."
Oh my god.
Right? So then Kofif the Strong comes back and says, "Stand down, wizard. The orb is mine for the taking. Be off with you, so that I may ask the orb master what he requires of me." Right? So, of course, the wizard Kofif ain't going to just stay quiet. So he's like, "Simpleton, the orb of Takith is not some play toy. You would be wise to rethink your course." So, the president even got wizards to start fighting online, on Twitter, which is pretty cool, we got all these, memes going on. Yeah, all this stuff happening, Yes. But I mean, he tweets something out and doesn't fix it. And of course, the internet's gonna have a field day with it. I mean, come on, he's asking for it, Oh. So okay, let's see what this little thing had to say. Okay, we again have President Donald Trump to thank/blame for our latest greatest meme. Thanks to him, the internet spent a day losing its collective mind over Kofif. In case you've been in a coma, this all started because Trump tweeted something in the wee morning hours that appeared to be a typo. Everyone waited for him to delete the tweet and finish his thought, and waited and checked their watches. The tweet stayed up a total of 6 hours, and in the interim, the internet had a field day. Fanning the flames somewhat, Sean Spicer, whose response to Kofifgate, according to CNN, was, "The president and a small group of people know exactly what he meant." Meanwhile, Twitter kept the joke going the whole day. And then, like I said, a fight broke out between wizards. Because, of course, it did. I mean, what else are you going to do? So, I thought that was funny. The wizards came out, That's kind of awesome. What do y'all think about that? Y'all like wizards?
Yeah, that's funny though.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny.
All right, so let me mention let me mention this other thing, since we're talking about he who shall not be named. He has came out saying that the U.S. is gonna exit the the Paris agreement. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So because of that, what's his face? Tesla guy, Elon Musk, who was gonna be like a head person in kind of like trying to advise Trump on technical stuff or whatever. He quit. He had told him before, if you exit from the Paris Agreement, I'm leaving. You're not gonna have me on your council. And he quit. The moment that he announced that the U.S. is out of the Paris Agreement. That's crazy. I mean, the U.S. was one of the main ones that got that thing going. Like, we were able to get all these countries, like only like 3 or 2. Two of them didn't agree.
I think one of them was Venezuela and God, I can't think of the other one.
Yeah, I don't remember which ones. I don't have it here.
I know. Matter of fact, they showed it on news. It was Venezuela they were talking about.
So it was like 2 of them, and now us. So now it's 3. So, the U.S. with Obama had made this thing and made almost the whole world agree on, let's cut back on all this this coal or whatever, all this not coal but pollution, and like to get rid of the of all that stuff that's hurting the planet, and then Trump comes along and kicks us out of the thing that we we started, and now we're out. And it's not. It's the whole thing about that is it's for the world. It's not like a U.S. thing. It's not a China thing. It's a world thing. It's to help the world. You know, it's not gonna hurt him because it's the bad stuff ain't gonna happen until maybe his grandkids or great grandkids, right? But still, you're leaving the world in worse shape than what you found it in.
Yeah.
That's not good, you know. And he's supposed to be the leader, the one we look up to, and you know.
I would never look up to him.
So yeah, not good, not good at all. Even I think Obama even came out and had he had something to say about it. Yeah. Everybody's like, what the hell, you know? Like almost the whole U.S. Everybody was in agreement with doing that when Obama did it. Like they had said like 70-something% of the U.S. wanted it, you know, and even the big like oil companies, yeah, they were like, whoa, we already decided, yes, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna work our way through this, you know, even though it kind of hurts them. They were like, no, we're gung ho, we're gonna do this, right? Help the world. And now they're like, whoa. We already changed stuff. Stuff is in motion, you know, and now you're changing. No, so. But they're saying that it's going to take about 4 years for the U.S. to completely leave. So they're like, hey, next 4 years, we need to hire, you know, get a better president. You know,
yay.
that, you know, so we can get back in it or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy. All right. Yeah. So, all right, ran over. Next. Your face could be your ticket to fly on JetBlue.
My face? I don't want my face on the I'm not scared somebody.
Okay.
Black man right there.
Okay. So customers who opt in during the boarding process can put away their boarding passes and devices and simply step up to the camera for a quick photo. The custom-designed camera station will connect to CBP to instantly match the image to passport, visa, or immigration photos in the CBP database and verify flight details. The customer will be notified on an integrated screen above the camera when they are cleared to proceed to the jet bridge. The setup will move JetBlue crew members from behind the counter to interact with customers and assist throughout the process. JetBlue will issue iPad minis to crew members, giving them mobility to monitor and manage the boarding process while interacting with customers. It'll start in very limited fashion this June and only on service from flights to there's Beatrix International Airport in Aruba from Boston's Logan International Airport. What we want to deliver is a secure and seamless passenger experience. Jim Peters, the chief technology officer. Wait a minute. Jimmy Peters. Is that DJ Jimmy Peters? No. No. The chief technology officer of Infotech provider.
He wishes he was.
It's like it said in the release. Oh, damn, Jimbo. We use sophisticated technologies to enable biometric checks and for the CBP authorization to be sent quickly to the airline's systems. All right, so that's cool. What do y'all think about just using your face to check in and then keep going? What do y'all think about that?
I guess it's
that's
cool.
kind of mixed.
But I don't
Mixed
know.
things there.
Why mixed?
Because, you know, like, people go look different, you know, in the photos, you know. Or
Okay.
like, let's say they haven't updated their photos in so many years, and let's say somebody like they had like chunky face and they lost weight and they're like really really thin.
Yeah.
So can you still tell it's the same person?
Okay. Now I don't know if they're just using. I guess they are just
Like
the
it
facial
said-
features.
Yeah, because it said there it was for with a database, right?
Yeah, that's using your
Yeah,
passport or
yeah, Visa. Like
visa.
not
immigration.
everybody updates their thing like every
Yeah.
year, right?
Yeah.
So this is like, yeah.
Okay, now what about the other thing? Now they have your face. They have all your information logged with that face. And now anywhere they see you, either they can sell that information to other companies or you go somewhere and there's a camera and it sees you. Oh, that's that's Hector. We know, he's this age. He may have this prescribed this medicine because of your facial recognition. Now, once one company has it, they can pass it along, or I'm pretty sure most companies have it already. They're just not using it. But there's a lot of like, that's my private, like I don't want that to be public or whatever. I don't know. There's people that are gonna complain. You might not complain, but there's gonna be people that's like, no, that's breaking my privacy. That's not, I don't like that. That's not cool. But like it says at the beginning, it is opt-in. So I guess that fixes that problem, because you have to go in there and say, okay, I want to be part of this facial recognition thing. If you don't, then you go up there with your boarding pass and show them your boarding pass. Mm-hmm. So I guess,
I'd rather do that.
So that, I guess that fixes that problem, because if they just started doing it for everybody, they would have a big problem there. I know a lot of people would be like, oh, hell no, I didn't give you permission to use my face to, as my ID. What the hell? Yeah. Then I'm going to have to start selling either hats or necklaces for people that have like lights, like infrared lights so the camera can't see the people's face. You have lights facing out. You can't see them with your eyes, but the camera can't, it blinds the camera. So you get a hat with a whole bunch of those little lights facing forward and blinds the shit out of the cameras. Might have to start selling those. All right. Faith, you want to take the next one? The one with Paul Allen?
Who? Paul Allen shows off the world's largest airplane for the first time. You can't be a Silicon Valley billionaire without having your own initiative to build a big aircraft. Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen is most definitely a Silicon Valley billionaire, and today he proved that by pulling the world's largest airplane out of its hangar for the first time and showed the world what the future of rocket launches might look like. Allen first announced the Strato launch way back in 2011. Test flights were supposed to begin in 2016, but that deadline came and went. Aerospace engineer Burt Rudin and his team have been hard at work on the massive airplane all this time, though no test flights were performed today. We did get a first look at this bad boy and tons of high-res photos that will put a smile on the face of anyone who fancies aircraft gear porn. Being the largest airplane in the world would be enough to make this Strato launch interesting in its own right, but its intended use is what makes it so cool. Today was reserved for fueling tests, but when it's operational, the plane will hopefully fly into low Earth orbit and launch an orbital ATK's Pegasus XL rocket into space. The rocket is designed to carry small satellites that weigh up to 1,000 pounds into orbit. When the Strato launch hits an altitude of 35,000 feet, the rocket that's tethered to its belly will finish out the journey. If Allen's full ambitions are realized, the company will be able to send crewed missions into space at a lower price than Russia is charging NASA. Get ready for a dump of technical specs. The Strato launch has a wingspan of 385 feet, wider than the Spruce Goose. It uses 747 jet engines, sits on 26 wheels, can carry 250,000 pounds of fuel, and weighs 500,000 pounds with fuel.
Without fuel.
Without fuel. In order to take off, it needs about 12,000 feet of runway. That's a bit of a problem because most commercial aircraft require around 8,000 feet of runway.
Okay. So, this is a huge ass aircraft. Oh, you didn't say that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was like, aircraft.
Yeah. So, it's the biggest aircraft that has been, I don't know, made, shown, whatever. But they haven't actually started, test
Tests.
flights. But they're saying that, soon they're gonna start test flying this thing. That about the runway. I wonder how big, how long the runways are. If a regular commercial aircraft requires 8,000 feet, is it like the runway's a lot longer than that still, or are they like at 8,500 feet? I wonder, because this one needs 12,000 feet of runway to be able to take
I think
off.
they're more.
I mean,
8,000.
but I don't think they might not be 12,000. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not that big.
Yeah, they may be 9,000. But yeah, I can see that's a big problem there for them. But it uses 6 747 jet engines, 747 jet engines. So that's a lot of power.
Mhm.
That's crazy. But they're gonna use it to launch rockets into space. So I didn't really
That's
understand.
weird.
Yeah, that's weird. How
It's an airplane that's launching itself into space.
yeah, but you see the airplane? You see how weird it looks?
That's two
airplanes
airplanes.
together.
What are you talking about? That's two airplanes. They're connected. They're twins. They were born like that.
Yeah, that's very weird. That's just they got two airplanes, stuck them together.
They're-
That's what it looks like.
That's what they did.
Yeah. All right, so
I get the next one, I guess.
cool.
Ethiopia turns off internet to avoid exam leaks, Guardian says. Ethiopia switches off internet access in the country to prevent the leaking of information about school exams, the Guardian reported, without saying how it got the information. There has been no outbound traffic since Tuesday, a London-based newspaper reported on its website, citing a transparency report by Google Inc. Activists posted national papers online last year, demanding a postponement of the exams because of anti-government protests in Oromia state that were going on then. The Guardian reported university exams were also posted online in July. It said information minister Nagiri Lencho couldn't immediately respond to the text messages seeking comments and directed queries to his staff. Hold on. Deputy government spokesman Zadig Abraha, how it pronounces Abraha, I guess, didn't respond to 11 calls and 2 text messages seeking comments. Staff at 4 hotels in the capital, Addis Ababa, what? These people have weird names. Said they informed guests that there will be no internet access until June 2nd because of school exams.
Dang.
And this
They
was
don't
where
trust
again?
us.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Where the heck is
Where's
that?
that at? Yeah.
I thought that was like a made-up thing.
So, what do y'all think about government shutting off the internet?
Well, if it's just at university, right? It's at university.
I don't know
And,
because that other
But
company.
it shuts off the thing for the entire country.
That's what it said. Internet access in the country.
Yeah, so no one else can do it, even though they're not taking
Yeah.
the thing.
A London-based newspaper reported on its website citing a There has been no outbound traffic since Tuesday. So, they shut down the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say SCP Radio was in Ethiopia, and they shut down the internet.
We're screwed.
We ain't having shows. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. The government shouldn't have the power to turn the
I
internet off.
know.
The internet should be like oxygen, like a requirement.
Yeah.
They're damn near electricity, even more important than electricity. Come on, can't do nothing without the internet.
Well,
You know.
especially now with like exams and stuff.
I know.
Well, when you're here in college, whatever, you have to send your stuff through the internet. All your reports and all that through the internet. So if you turn off the internet, how are we gonna turn in our assignments?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they should have the power to just turn off your internet like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not cool. Because other people can do stuff, turn the internet off, and start doing stuff to the citizens, and it's hard for them to get the word out. How do you, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's not cool.
Like, if you don't want the test answers to be stolen or looked at, then don't put them on the internet or anywhere. Just put them on paper
Yeah, I
or
mean,
something. What the heck?
There's ways of not
hiding that.
because we do it all the time everywhere. In all the universities here. Why have to turn off the internet? That doesn't make sense to me. All right, well, let's talk about cazadores. Because I want to.
Hey bartender, we need a round of shots.
Do you want what everybody else is having, or do you want the best of the best?
Of course we want the best of the best.
Well then, Tequila Cazadores is the one for you.
For those special moments in your life, whether it's a special occasion or just a day relaxing with your friends, drink the best of the best, Tequila Cazadores.
Science news.
All right, so NASA wants to fly into the sun.
Wait, what?
What? Why would they want to do that?
Huh?
Why would they want to do that?
They ran into a whole bunch of marshmallows, and then
So they're gonna have a roasted marshmallow.
yeah, so they're like,
Bring the chocolate.
we got a whole bunch of marshmallows,
I'm gonna bring the cracker.
and yeah, so they're gonna go to the sun. I mean,
Okay.
that's the best way to handle that situation.
Some crispy critters.
Yes, sir. So NASA will launch a probe next year into the sun's outer atmosphere. That's expected to improve dramatically our understanding of space weather and its risk to satellites, electrical grids, and telecommunications. Mission leaders gathered at the University of Chicago on Wednesday both to introduce the Space Probe Plus and to rechristen it at the Park Space Probe in honor of Eugene Parker, the University of Chicago scientist who in 1958 hypothesized the existence of solar wind, an idea his contemporaries ridiculed until the ridiculed until the Mariner 2 probe confirmed it a few years later. Okay, despite decades of research, critical knowledge gaps remain that prevent scientists from being able to predict and track solar storms with the precision necessary to avoid low probability, high cost damage to technology. The probe will investigate two key questions about solar physics. How does the solar wind start, and why is the sun's surface at 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit just a tiny fraction of the million plus degree corona? It's like water flowing uphill, said Nicola Fox, a professor at the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory where the probe is being assembled and tested. It shouldn't happen. The announcement is the first time NASA has ever named a mission after a living scientist. Not a bad birthday present for Parker, who turns 90 on June 10th. Hooray for solar probe, he said at the conclusion of his remarks at the University of Chicago. Let me see. At the top speed of 125 miles per second, it'll be the fastest spacecraft in history. The 1.5 billion mission was first proposed as the nation's what does that say? Nascent space program was drawing up to do the list in the shadow of Russia's successful launch of the Sputnik in 1957. It has taken 6 decades of technical improvement to pull it off, in part because it's an extreme project even by space exploration standards. The closest of Parker's planned 7 approaches to the sun expected in mid-2025 will bring it within 4 million miles of the surface, or 7 times closer than the 1974 Helios mission. At a top speed of 125 miles per second, it'll be the fastest spacecraft in history. 4 suites of instruments will measure the sun's magnetic field, the solar wind speed, and the density and temperature of the particles that make it up. The instruments are protected from 2,500 degree heat by an engineering feat worthy of science fiction. A 4.5-inch carbon composite shield that will keep the equipment near room temperature. Answering questions as fundamental as these will have the practical effect of improving space weather prediction, an increasingly critical component of managing and protecting the increasing traffic jam in Earth orbit. Still, the probe is only the most recent tool to help scientists learn more about how the sun works and when it may hurl high energy particles our way. Space weather monitoring in the U.S. is the responsibility of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. The Space Weather Protection Center, based in Boulder, Colorado, monitors solar activity from instruments both terrestrial and in orbit, including the Deep Space Climate Observatory, which circles the sun 1 million miles from Earth and can give Earthlings an hour heads up on how serious a solar eruption might be. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. So that's cool. It's gonna be the first time we've been that close. It's not gonna actually hit the sun. Yeah, but it's gonna come close. But the close they said was what? So many million, 4 million miles. Yeah. Well, I mean, in outer space, when they're talking about stuff like that, 4 million miles is actually kind of close. You know, like the moon is close to us. Okay, how far is the moon from us?
You should know that.
Huh?
You should know that.
Let me see.
Shouldn't you? I used to know that.
It's 238,900 miles. Okay, so that's still a lot closer than the 4 million. You know, but we're talking about a huge. I mean, the sun is tiny compared. You know, like going toward the sun, and then plus the closer you get, then you start getting into its gravity field.
Yeah,
so it starts pulling you. So I'm pretty sure that's another reason they don't want to get too close to it.
Scary. Have you ever watched Thora?
You saw they said it's gonna be doing loops. So it's gonna take off. It's gonna loop. They didn't mention on this one what it's gonna go around. It's gonna orbit, but to kind of slingshot it back toward the sun, and it'll go, and then it'll come back, and then they'll slingshot it again. It'll get closer. And then when it comes back, they'll shoot it again a little further, and it'll get closer. And every time they throw it back, it goes back by slingshotting around. I don't know. Like I said, they didn't mention what planets it's gonna be going around. You know, that every time it's gonna get it closer and closer to the sun. You know, until 2025, they said it'll reach its closest mid 2025. Yeah, it'll bring it within 4 million miles. But that's crazy. And even then, they have to have that heat shield. 4 million miles. But they have to have a heat shield that's at least gonna protect it from 2,500 degree heat. And it'll make, on the other side of that shield, it's gonna be room temperature, which is crazy. It's crazy, I tell you.
They're mad, man.
They're mad. So, I see that it's getting late. Let me see. Let's talk about the U.S. successfully destroys an incoming missile in test of defense system. So, it's called defense. A ground-based interceptor missile fired from Vandenberg Air Force Base in Southern California smashed into and destroyed a target launched from the Marshall Islands, the Missile Defense Agency announced today. This is the first test of the U.S. Homeland Missile Defense System against a complex threat representative, which is intercontinental ballistic missiles target, per the agency's press release. The test was meant to show that the U.S. can defend itself against a missile attack using ground-based mid-course defense system, or the GMD. It was also to try out an upgraded component of the system. The GMD system consists of sensors deployed around the world at sea and in space. They work together to detect a hostile missile launch and track the missile as it flies. Then, in theory, the control center in the U.S. can use that information to guide an interceptor missile to knock it into the enemy weapon while it's in space, away from people, and smash it into smithereens.
Smithereens.
Yep. So, okay, that's how the GMD is supposed to work. Anyway, in practice, only 10 of the 18 intercept tests have succeeded, including today's or the other days. And actually counting a 2006 test as a success is kind of controversial because the interceptor hit the target but didn't kill it. Destroying the target, it turned out, wasn't part of the test objective. An LA Times investigation also reported that a January 2016 flight test considered successful, in fact, experienced a thrust malfunction, causing the interceptor to fly far off course. So, we have a missile defense system that's not all that good. Is that what they're telling me?
Yeah.
Is that what they're telling me?
Yeah.
Not cool, man. All this money we put into military.
And then
All this money.
we're gonna really need it.
And they can't get shit done. What's the deal?
They're smoking stuff.
They're smoking stuff? That's probably what it is. Yeah. All right, let's go to the gaming section.
Okay.
Game news.
I'm thinking let's move to the VR. Give any VR headset mixed reality powers with this 3D camera. So you see the 3D camera there. It goes in front of a VR helmet, but then you got a video there, Wally, to click on, and click on that video and move it over, whatever opens. While Microsoft's, next under the VR, put up the VR, play video. While Microsoft's HoloLens is the first augmented reality headset you can actually try, it's also pretty inaccessible thanks to its $3,000 price. Late last year, Stereo Labs announced a potential solution in the form of Link, a mixed reality headset that will hopefully retail for less than $1,000. It offers a much wider field.
Move it to
No. Minimize it and grab it over there. Just grab that.
Don't move.
It looks scary.
So,
Hold on, yo. I got something for you.
a mixed reality headset that will hopefully retail for less than $1,000. It offers a much wider field of view, 110 degrees, and the ability to map a 3D space in real time. Mostly thanks to the company's Zed 3D camera that's embedded in the headset itself. Today, however, the company is announcing an even cheaper device that will transform any VR headset into an AR one, the Zed Mini. As the name suggests, the Zed Mini is essentially a tiny version of the Zed 3D camera. The idea with the Zed Mini is that it's small enough that you can slap it on top of any existing VR headset, say the HTC Vive or the Oculus Rift, and voila, you'll get an augmented reality headset without having to cough up thousands more dollars.
Cough it up.
Let's see. The Zed Mini works in the same way as the Zed. It has 2 cameras that are designed to work like human eyesight. Both versions have 2 720p RGB sensors with the aforementioned 110-degree field of view. The Zed Mini uses Stereolab's unique depth sensing tech, which doesn't require external cameras or sensors. It takes the point of view of the left and right cameras and understands the distances of objects. Says Cecil Schmollgruber. Yeah, Schmollgruber. Stereolab's co-founder and CEO. The Zed Mini connects via USB-C to the headset and attaches via a compatible mount. So this means that unlike Microsoft HoloLens, which displays images onto translucent screens, or the mysterious Magic Leap, which probably is fake, which projects them directly into your eyeballs, Stereolabs uses a basic 3D video pass-through. Instead of seeing the world naturally through clear glass, you're essentially seeing the world through Zed's dual cameras. Think of it as seeing the world through a security camera rather than through a window. So they say they tried it. The guy that wrote this article, he tried the mini prototype for a little bit. He was a little disappointed. The blurry and pixelated quality of the 720p video really dampened the experience, even though the frame rate was at 60 frames per second. Felt a little nauseous when he tried to walk around. Stereolab's spokesperson said that could be because he wasn't used to the spinning objects. But seeing as he's had plenty of experience with VR headsets, he doesn't think that's the case. He has a feeling it's simply because the video quality was a lot poorer than anticipated and threw him off. So I get that. If the video quality like drops down, like probably less than 60 frames per second, or you can see that it's blurry or whatever, when you move around or whatever, or if it's moving around and it doesn't feel natural, you start to get sick. I've seen that with the Gear VR. So yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't know how. I thought I was gonna like AR, augmented reality, better than VR, but I'm thinking possibly not. I don't know. It just depends on how good they make it.
Yeah.
It's still too early for AR.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to make it like really good.
They're still early with VR.
Yeah, they're still early. I mean, now this little tech demo they're doing here on this video, it looks really good. But you see how he's moving real fast like that? I probably would have vomited a couple of times.
I know that.
Yeah,
already.
Yeah, I'll probably be dizzy too. But
yeah, I was like, whoa. What?
Unless this is all like a fake video.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a fake video. Because they've done that before, where they, that other company that they mentioned at the beginning, he said Magic Leap. See, Magic Leap was supposed to have their VR or their AR headset or whatever. It's supposed to be like above and beyond what anybody else had. Like it says, it supposedly projects that stuff onto your eyes.
Oh yeah.
So they don't even have a working prototype. Like you have to put on this backpack and this huge headset, and I don't know if you have to be connected to a huge computer to be able to run that VR thing, and I don't even think it works as good as it could. So I don't know. This is still, like you say, it's early. It's not ready for prime time. I mean, sometimes some of the things are good enough that you can play, but not. It's probably not going to become mainstream until it's really ready. It does. That looks cool. All right, let's mention parties for you. Yes. So hear that. Try to exit.
I was enjoying it, man. You can't just sue me on it, man.
You gotta, yeah.
Let's go.
So, Parties for You is SCP Radio's main sponsor here. They are the best margarita machine rentals in Houston.
Are you sure?
Yes, pretty soon in Texas. Watch. So, give them a call. Next time you're having an event, special, event, quinceañera, sweet 16, 50th birthday,
Graduation party.
whatever, divorce party. You're getting divorced, you want to throw a big party. Call Parties for You. Get a margarita machine, and everybody's gonna talk about your party for years to come. Give him a call. Ask for the Hellraiser and the Mango Passion. These are awesome flavor mixes that are exclusive to Parties for You. George Gonzalez is the one that makes them. He came up with the recipe, and no other margarita machine company, has Hellraiser or Mango Passion. So give him a call. Order a double. He has singles, doubles, triple margarita machines. I would say order a double or a triple and get at least Hellraiser and Mango Passion. And let them know that SCP Radio sent you. And the phone number is 281-748-0057. That's 281-748-0057.
I wonder if he's going to ever get one that has 5. That would be nasty.
I don't know, but he was talking about bringing a 3, one of the 3 ones here.
Uh-huh.
He actually says they're lighter than the ones that we have, than the 2.
You figured they'd be heavy.
Yeah, that's what he's like. They're a little lighter, so he might bring us one of those. Yeah, cool. So let's see. Next up is free PlayStation Plus games for June.
What?
Are we in June?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
June 1st, yep.
No,
She wasn't expecting that one today.
Vita, meanwhile, gets the Neon Chrome and Spy Chameleon. Both of these are also playable on PS4 through cross-buy. PS3 rounds out the list with WRC 5, World Rally Championship, and Abyss Odyssey. All 6 games will be available for Plus members to download for free beginning on Tuesday, June 6th, and you have until then to claim May's Plus freebies, which include Abzu and Tales from the Borderlands.
Ooh. So the lineup.
PlayStation Plus lineup for June 2017 is Killing Floor 2, Life is Strange, Neon Chrome, Spy Chameleon for PS4, Abyss Odyssey, World Rally Championship 5 for PS3, Neon Chrome, and Spy Chameleon for Vita.
Cool. So that's what you get with Are you on that? Do you have the, what is it, PS Plus? You.
Heck no.
Oh.
Nah, I'm chicken.
Okay, so you don't pay for the Plus?
No, I don't pay for the Plus. I know a couple of guys at work do, and they were saying, "Man, we can't even get online." I said, "I can."
What?
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean you can't get online? All I do is click the button and I'm online. I mean, come on, man. Well, they won't let me get online. I don't know what your problem is.
They got Life is
Next one,
Strange.
play that video. I just wanted to show the video because it looks kind of cool.
Oh,
But
Super Mario?
Super Mario, they have a fidget with Super Mario, fidget spinner.
Oh my god.
So everybody just look at the video.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Let's play it again. She's running.
Oh my god.
Come on, man. Get off the gas.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, let me see.
Oh my god.
That dude's like, oh my god. The world isn't quite ready to let go of fidget spinners and the time-wasting stress relief that you spin around and around and
Oh
around.
my god.
YouTuber a pyro design, realized that if you print a series of sequential images on the arm of a spinner and let it fly, you end up with a miniature Zeotrope. A staple of old-timey penny arcades the world over. The result, a convincing running Mario. Animation plays as the spinner spins. Maybe you love fidget spinners. Maybe you want them all to die in a fire. Wherever you fall with this fad, this is still a nifty thing. And yes, you can totally buy one on Etsy. So you can get you one of those on Etsy.
No.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Cool.
No.
That is so cool. Want one.
No, you don't.
No, please don't.
All right, so let's do this one kind of quick. Does your PlayStation VR need extra cooling fans to avoid overheating? No, it doesn't. Next. No, they were saying on this one that the PlayStation 4 runs hot. It's normal. It's going to run hot. I mean, it's got a huge fan in there to keep it cool. And especially toward the back where the exhaust is, if you touch it, it's going to be warm to hot. So... The only thing is make sure you don't have it up against the wall or the back of your whatever. Like, as long as there's air, it's breathing. You know what I'm saying? Don't have it up against anything. You know, and plus, if you're running the VR, it probably is pulling even more power, more processing power. So it's going to run hotter. So they're just saying, you know, you don't need to buy additional fans. I'm pretty sure they sell all kinds of aftermarket fans and everything. Yep. You don't need to buy that. You can. They're like, it's kind of a waste because it doesn't need it. It's the way they built it. It's gonna run hot like that, but the fan is keeping the critical components cool enough that they're not gonna get hurt. You know, so they're like, just make sure you leave it where there's air to go in there and cool it off. You know, don't put it up against the wall or the back of the entertainment center where the air can't come out or go in or anything.
See, mine's behind the TV, but there's plenty of airspace.
Yeah, as long as there's air, it can breathe, you're good to go. Don't cover any vents. If there's a vent on it, don't, it might be sucking air, you can't tell. Don't put something up against it, Don't have your game sitting on there or whatever.
And clean the dog.
And if it gets dusty, clean it. Get you, I don't know. I've seen where they have these little vacuums that people, I don't know if they work, but I've seen they clean their keyboards with them. These little bitty deals.
I bought a little vacuum like $5.
Did it ever work?
Nah.
No. Well, don't buy one that's a little more expensive. Don't buy a $5 one.
$5.
Use compressed air. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Compressed air.
Yeah,
compressed
that's
air.
good.
Yeah. So that was what they were talking about there. Next up, the Oculus launches Chromecast support for Gear VR.
All right.
Opening new viewing possibilities. So bringing simple OneTouch Cast support to a VR experience helps break down one of the main barriers of showing off VR. It's really hard to explain what's going on when you're in the headset, and tough for you to walk a new user through their own VR experience as well. By adding in-cast support, not only can you share your VR world with others in the room, but you can also help a new user get acquainted with the experience. This is good because I like to show people the Gear VR, and I can just connect it to like our main TV. It has a
Chromecast?
It's into the TV. It's part of the TV. So, it's not really called Chromecast. They just call it.
No, it said they're
something cast.
No, it just said Chromecast. As I was there.
Yeah, but my TV has that, so we could be in the living room and I can just cast it. So when I'm playing, you could see on the big screen what I'm doing. Or if I'm giving the headset like to my dad, the other day I gave it to him and he's like, "Oh, I don't understand this." He just gave it back. So I could be like, "All right, you see that in front of you? No, look up. Okay, that." And I could be explaining it to him.
I was trying to do that with Michaela the other day, but I had to do it for her because she didn't understand.
And the thing is, on the Gear VR, when you take it off, it turns off the screen. And when you put it back on, it kind of reboots it. It kind of resets the screen again, so you don't know exactly where they're at. So you can't like put it where you want it and then say, "Here, no, you put it on," because it turns it off. Then it turns it back on when they put it back on, because it's got a sensor there to know if somebody's on it. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm glad that Google did this. Like something they didn't have to do, because this is a Samsung and Oculus thing. Google doesn't really have to do any of this. But let me see. Interestingly, this comes just a few weeks after Google announced that the same Cast feature was arriving for Daydream VR at Google I/O 2017. At the same time, Google and Oculus also managed to announce full Daydream compatibility for the new Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. So when Samsung, Oculus, and Google get together, great things like this happen. So that's cool that Google's they're not holding stuff back like that from Gear VR, because I mean that will hurt me. Like if they're not allowing, oh no, this is Google stuff, it's only gonna work with the Daydream, it's not gonna work on the Gear, then I get screwed because I don't have the Daydream, But by them, saying, oh no, it's working on everything now. That's awesome. That's good. That's always good for the, for us that own the stuff. It's good that they do that. Let me skip to the last one. Sonic Mania is due out this August. Anybody?
Is that the new one? Like the remastered one or no?
I really don't know, but it says. Let me see. The aging blue hedgehog who simply will not die, was due to be back on our machines by now in the retro-styled Sonic Mania official site, but got delayed after. I don't know. His shoes fell apart because he can't afford new ones or something like that.
All right.
It's too late in the day to come up with a Sonic. Sonic is not being very fast joke. Anyways, he's been rescheduled for August 15th release date according to a fresh pre-order trailer. There's a trailer out, so you can go watch the trailer. Sonic Mania will be reimagining iconic zones and acts from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic CD, and Sonic Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, and adding in completely new zones with all new acts and bosses into the mix, Sega has said. They've also got the two fellows who remastered the first two original Sonic games, Christian Whitehead and Simon Tomley, working on this revamp. From the footage we've seen so far, it sure looks like the Sonic you remember. That is, if you're confused, memory is mixing up all the different bits of the levels and inventing things that weren't really there. That could be good though, fresh bits. But I'm not sure if it's enough to entice me back to the spiky fold. A part of me will always respect the blue one's place in history. But yeah, they're bringing back all the old games.
I like that, what they're doing.
Yeah, but every time I go back to them, because we have them on the Xbox, you go back to them and you start playing, you're like, oh, this is cool, and then you're like, okay, I'm bored. I'm not gonna sit there and try to pass it. I mean, that game is like, okay, I'll play the first round, the first act, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. Next.
Yeah, that's how I am, because I always sucked at that game.
Yeah, let's put something on that's good. Something from this, this decade. Yeah, this era.
I only like playing it because I like seeing the worlds that they make and the acts. And I think
the way
cool.
It looks, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
The stages look cool, but I've seen them all. I mean, it's like, been there, done that.
Don't want to do it again.
I haven't.
I'm good.
I haven't.
Played the first mission like 30 times.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've played it.
I think that's the reason people don't keep playing it, because they're like, I already played this mission.
Yeah, I played it already. So what's the deal? All right, let's mention the last sponsor, Alberta's Best Bet, Bail Bonds. If you or someone you know are always getting into trouble on the weekends or when you're out partying, like Junior, always get into trouble.
Man.
Be sure,
Jimmy.
And Jimmy. Be sure to remember this number. It's 713-BEST-BET. That's 713-BEST-BET. That's to call Miss Alberta from Miss Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. Don't gamble with your freedom. Give them a call. Next time you get put in jail, you get a ticket, whatever that you need to get out, call her. 713. For the ones that don't know that you can put Best Bet on the phone, like someone that I'm looking at right now, the number is.
We're just pointing at the camera.
713 237-8238. Okay, Faithy? You want me to say it again? Okay,
No.
713-237-8238.
Imagine
Yes.
like when you text, back then you could text the number.
Oh, I know. She wouldn't know what to
figure it
do.
out.
She'd be like, what is that?
What?
So you used to text.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to try and
You-
practice that. I
Yeah.
was like,
So
I
and
learned
be
how to
sure to let
figure
her
it
know
out.
that SCP Radio sent you. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming in today. Well, we started late. Like I said, get off of work late. It's hard to start on time. But yeah. Let me see. Thank you guys for being here. Hector, where can we find you at?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. It's at Tamale Boys.
Cool. You also have a YouTube page?
Yeah, we'll have uploaded lately.
You haven't uploaded nothing?
Nah.
What's it? Tamale Boy 2 or
Yeah, you can just type in Tamale Boys and
it'll pop up?
Yeah.
All right. Faithy, where can we find you at?
nowhere.
Awesome. Wally?
You can find me on Instagram at Wally Silver.
Awesome. You can find me on Twitter at Space Cadet Pro, Facebook Michael Lopez, and on scpradio.com. Don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. You can email us at scpradio@spacecadetpro.com. Leave us a voicemail at 832-910-7727. And what else? I guess that's it. Anybody got anything else they want to mention before we go? No,
I'm
y'all
tired.
good? You're tired?
Tired? Hey, why you tired?
Yeah.
School.
Cause I woke up early
Why?
to go to
Did
school.
you get out early today?
Why?
Yes.
Well then, did you get to sleep all day?
No, I don't
No.
like taking naps. That's bad.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. I guess we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike. And I just
We have
wanted to
nothing.
thank you for
We have nothing to do with that.
supporting SCP Radio.
They're the
That's
ones
end of our
posting
show.
it.
But please be
You know,
sure
if
to
it's
check
good or
us out
bad,
at
oh well.
spacecadetpro.com.
You know, they
You will
can.
be able to watch
They
our
can.
videos,
Somebody
find
that
us
doesn't
on
like
all
it
of
can.
our social
You know,
media
push a
accounts
button.
and chat with us.
You know, I don't
When
like
you're there,
this
click
or
on the
whatever,
video.
and
You
then
will
maybe
be
they'll
able to
look
see
at
the
it.
show schedule
But
and all of
they
the
want them
videos
to
from
actually,
You can also
you know,
listen to us whenever
sit
you
there
want
and
to see your laptop.
and start looking at everything that comes in with every
We
single
are the
video.
future
You know.
of entertainment.
And it's not just like a video is a picture. You got to sit there and watch the video to see if